Hi, I'm Cassandra, the Joyful Artist. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the exact process that I use to create a beautiful commission abstract botanical artwork inspired by my love of flowers. You'll see me work intuitively, spontaneously, and joyfully. The inspiration for this piece came from the couple's bedroom interior and the sheets they had on their bed in beautiful, warm, muted olive greens and burnt siennas. I mixed my own colours using magenta light, burnt sienna and some beautiful phthalo green. I was also inspired by the beautiful flowers in the garden where I live in the Bay of Islands and the rusty pinks against the very soft pinks. It's a beautiful combination from nature, and again it reminds us that even some of the decaying leaves are beautiful against the lovely crisp fresh blooms. Here you'll see me layering on lots of different textures. I first prepared the canvas by putting some, actually you'll love to know this, it's a little bit of tissue paper from sewing patterns. I like to use my fingers to move the paint around, and I'm also adding in some nice dots of gold. Part of my inspiration was from Monet's Water Lilies. Steal Like an Artist is a wonderful book by Austin Kleon, which reminds us to borrow references from other artists but to make it our own. Here I began using this idea of water lilies because the couple wanted something in my floral range, and she had already seen several paintings she liked. So using one of Monet's paintings as a loose reference, I started to create some flowers and thought very much about water flowers as I painted. I love this quote by Georgia O'Keeffe about looking at flowers, really looking at them. And I also love the work of Cy Twombly, who's very inspirational to me. He's regarded as one of America's great abstract painters. This is another painting that the couple loved. And I also love this Van Gogh painting, and I love the texture and figure and joy with which Van Gogh painted. I've mixed paint straight onto a paper canvas and very much often painted the mixed colour straight onto the canvas and made more mixes as I went along. Partway through the process, my client asked me, can you make the flowers bigger? And so I did, and the underpainting becomes as important to the painting as the finished layer. In large gestural sweeps of colour, very much inspired by Cy Twombly and his lovely watercolour diluting of paints to that consistency, allows for drips and runs. And then when the client was perfectly happy, and they, like me, loved these childlike spontaneity on this piece, it was fun to make changes to the painting in line with the couple's wishes while they were in the studio. And together we decided to preserve the very antique patina of the painting by just applying a flat varnish. We didn't want any shine. We wanted it very much to be inspired by the Italian landscape and that lovely sort of dusty antique patina of much of the frescoes and the buildings that you do see in places like where Cy Twombly lived and painted, which was Rome. Here I'm just sweeping it on with a special brush that I use purposely just for glazing. And so while there's a bit of a shine while it dries, the end painting dries very nice and matte. The feeling I had when I first met Cy Twombly was profound, or rather I met him through his paintings. His giant canvases of abstract flowers had a profound impact on me, and I fell in love instantly. That feeling has never left me, and it's with profound gratitude that I have gained the same reaction from people who have seen and begun collecting my work, much like this couple who had already also commissioned and received a huge beeswax painting from me. Turnbley's paintings ripple with life and colour, in large part due to the vigour and immediacy with which the paint was applied. And also, as I mentioned before, the diluting of paints to a watercolour consistency which allow for drips and runs. Daubs, smears and drips of colourful paint have all been applied on this work with the brush handle and the tips of my fingers. Join my mailing list and receive more insights and inspiration into my creative process. Click on the links in my video's description, or come and see my work at my latest showing.